Hello, Jamie. Excited to be with you today.
Same. Thank you for having me.
So let's just kick off by starting off with what you do and who you serve, because you have a specific area that you're an expert in.
Got it. So I am a realtor, now associate broker with Compass Real Estate. My areas that I serve are Delaware County and surrounding areas, but mostly Delaware County. So Philadelphia, Montgomery County, Chester County, those areas.
Awesome. And tell me, where were you in your business before we started working together? Like, what were some of the things that you were thinking to yourself, oh, I need to get a handle around this?
I honestly thought I was okay, to be completely honest. You kind of go, you've been doing it, I've been selling real estate for 18 years now. And I feel like I had a pretty good handle on everything. And then I had seen you speak at a conference, forget the name of the session, but with two women that I think very highly of, Liza and Dee Greenhill with Compass, and just how you really helped their business. So I honestly didn't think I need any help. And then I realized, like, once I saw them, that everybody can use coaching, and I obviously benefited from it. So
Yes, we had a great time together. So let's talk about some of the things that we worked on in your business.
awesome. So a lot of it was, I not only sell real estate, I run a team with a partner. So a lot of it was getting me more organized, kind of walking through the steps of, not only my own business, but managing my team better. Um, working on things such as business plans, when people are onboarding, offboarding, um, checklists and tasks for buyers and sellers. So really looking at like every part of my business, and then adding to that and looking at every part of the team and like, where can I improve? And I feel like with me, I would be like, oh, well, I do that, but I wouldn't know where to get it, or I wouldn't know how to access it. And just, it really got me more organized, having things all in one place and really narrowing it down, which then of course everybody knows, gaining your time back is valuable. So putting in the work and, then benefiting from it in the long run.
How do you think how you show up for your team, or even mainly that's the thing, like how you show up for your team, or how your team dynamic might have slightly improved since you've done some of this work?
So I'll be honest, we had a very large team, and I'll start with everybody was wonderful people, and they were more like a family, but some people just were at a point where they weren't really looking to grow their business. And it was almost me and my partner wanting more for them than what they wanted. So, as I approached 2023 and we were business planning, we really came up with, a detailed plan of what we were looking for, and put that in the this year's contract. And we ended up losing a few people, but it gave us and not again in a bad way, but people who just were probably looking for us to say something and didn't want to do this anymore because it just wasn't for them. But it allowed us to focus more on the people who are looking to grow their business and want the support. So it definitely put things into perspective, as far as the team goes, and just being more organized. I remember one of our coaching sessions where we really kind of like narrowed down like how to run a meeting. So like me not talking the whole time, or my partner not talking the whole time, but really setting like, here's what we're going to go through. And our meetings have been so much better since that, because we really allowed the team, we gave them things to come prepared with, and really allowed the team to kind of run the meeting. And it's been a huge difference with the team members that are with us, just what I'm seeing, just from those couple of meetings.
Yeah, I love that you shared that, Jamie, because I think a lot of team leaders struggle with what do I do when I have somebody who's on my team that's underperforming, and we can kind of let them slide under the radar for some time and not be willing to do anything about them. But in the work that we did, you were totally willing to say, listen, I either have to support them in being able to step up or support them in being able to move on. And so you were able to successfully do that with your entire team, figuring out who was right to stay on and who was it time for them to go find their next best move.
Right. And I think it was a disservice to both of us, right? Like it's, I'm not wanting to hurt their feelings, and because I like them as people, and they weren't wanting to hurt my feelings. And actually when we, produced the team contract for this year, they reviewed it and they said, look, I can't do it. Like I needed you to put this out there to be able to, like, for us to part ways, because it's like, when you like people, it makes it a lot more difficult. So it was definitely helpful. And obviously they'll move on to things that are more suited for them.
Do you feel what was something that you feel helped you in terms of your own like personal development or mindset shifts in the coaching?
I think just getting, and I keep going back to getting organized. I mean, I'm one of those people where I don't need to be motivated. Like I'm very motivated, so I don't need to like get up, go out, go to work each day. Like I have bills and I like to take trips, as you know. So, like, I don't need that. But I think it's like just having like plans for everything, plans for buyers, plans for sellers, even just really going through the process of like from the time you meet a client to when you're closing, and that follow up after, and maybe some things that I didn't think about. And in addition, different ideas that you had given me with like social media, I felt like was really helpful, like getting on a schedule, which I was somewhat on a schedule, but now I've been more diligent and even implemented, you had suggested, doing your video content, doing a couple videos at once. So you have them and you're not like scrambling, when I do Thursday real estate to like get a video out when I'm super busy that day. So actually the video that I posted today, I filmed last week. So it's just, again, it goes back to organization, but it's like getting me time back, which is like super valuable for me.
Yeah, I love that. One of the things that I think that's also great about you, Jaimee, is your ability to balance work and life. I mean, during our coaching, you were able to take a couple of trips.
Yeah.
We just did our calls wherever you were and made them happen. So I'm curious, any kind of lessons or insights that you would share specifically with other agents who are worried about, coaching and being able to manage their business and being able to travel or do other things. Like, what are some of the things that makes that like hit home for you, that you just do it, you just make it happen?
I think like with the, real estate and traveling or putting family or whatever first, or whatever you're going to put first, yourself or whatever. I think that so many realtors struggle with that because it's like, we feel like we always need to be available for everybody. And I learned the hard way in my first couple of years of business. I was burnout. I started to hate what I do. And I'm like, I loved it in the beginning. Like, why is this happening? And it just got to a point where it was like, you're not putting you first. You have to put you first to be good for other people. And I know it's easier said than done, but it's so true. So whether it be, mental health, physical, or a combination of all of the above, I just made that a priority. And then, being able to leverage your support. So like me having an assistant, people on the team that I'm willing to pay to show houses, so it's not like I expect anybody to work for free, but really knowing that like other people can do your job. You don't have to do everything, and being able to give that up and train them properly to be able to do it. So like I can go away and feel confident that like, yes, I'll have to check in. Like we have to check in, but like I can go on a trip and not be stressed that like everything's going to fall apart. So I'll be headed to Sedona next week to go
Yes, I
hiking,
love
and
it.
I'm not worried about that, but adding in the coaching as well. It's kind of like, the coaching's there to benefit you and to grow your business and help you run it more efficiently. So I remember our calls in Key West or wherever I was like, look, I just need Wi-Fi. So I think it's just all about like, once you really put yourself first, like, I'm not a doctor, I'm not doing brain surgery, no one's going to die. And once you realize that, like, and be able to leverage the people that you work with, it just makes a world of difference. And I think you're better for your clients. Like, because you're not stressed out, you're more focused, you're not making mistakes. And I think it's just everybody in any job needs to put themselves first.
Yeah, so well said. Absolutely, 100% agree. So who do you think the coaching is right for, Jaimee, if you had to speak to, like, who would kind of be a good fit for coaching with us?
I really think anyone, I'll be honest, I've done like, group things or whatever, but nothing long term. Honestly, like with doing this for 18 years, I think a new agent would benefit from it because they may not have any systems in place, or someone like me who's stubborn and thinks that they kind of know it all. Good for someone like me as well. So, I mean, I hate to just be broad, but I really think anybody could benefit from it because you get that perspective of someone outside looking in, that maybe sees where you're missing different things or can help you perfect what you already have.
Love it. Awesome. Anything else you want to add, Jaimee?
I'll do your plug. I'm not being paid for this advertisement. You're amazing. I appreciate it. I definitely will be contacting you in the future again to do additional coaching. And I'll say too, like, I don't know, sometimes guys may be more comfortable with guys, but I think like women, like women, we take so much on our shoulders. So I think it was a very good fit, like dealing with another woman. So not to put any guys, off to the side, because I'm sure you'd be just as wonderful with them. But it felt like I was like talking to a friend the whole time, and like you actually cared about the business and all of that. So yeah.
You were such a pleasure to work with. I'm so happy to have you as a client.
Oh, thank you. I'm very grateful as well.
All right. Well, thank you, Jaimee. It's been an honor, and I'm so glad that we were able to talk.
Thank you. Me too.